Hey.
The contents I possess ain't for the exes that never.
Now I see what people are talking about. That's 3 stacks, bro.
I am not a lyricist, couldn't move mountains, so I aim for the pyramids. Speaking from experience, I would tell my favorite girl, please take me serious. Now she wanna fuck my girl, cause she bi-curious. Mama call me bipolar, grandma call me boo man. Drugs in my baby stroller, needles in the playground sand. My auntie making love to the ice cream man.
You know, I've listened to the entire album except for this joint and then the Good Flirts joint. You'll probably see a reaction video to that joint as well, either before you see this or after you see this. But a few times on the album, he did refer to himself as bipolar, and I think that's the first time he's admitted that, or maybe he's newly diagnosed with bipolar and just sharing it with us now. But definitely thought that was interesting. He referred to it a few times on a few other tracks on this album.
A child with the wool in the playground sand. My auntie making love to the ice cream man. A child with the wolves, every day I am. That slot machine, don't nobody help. Niggas gamble with their life, scared to bet on themselves. My grandma gave me a keyboard when I was 12. Connie got me out the group home when I was 6. Too many alcohol.
He said dudes gamble with their lives but scared to bet on themselves. You be doing all this dangerous shit. You know what I mean? You be making all these bad decisions and all that, but you're too afraid to bet on yourself. You're afraid to actually take any sort of risks that involve you relying on you. You know what I mean? I love that wordplay tying in with the casino theme.
Themselves. My grandma gave me a slot machine, don't nobody help. Niggas gamble with their life, scared to bet on themselves. My grandma gave me a keyboard when I was 12. Connie got me out the group home when I was 6. Too many
Shout out Connie, man.
Around. When grandma went to jail, I was sure I wouldn't be found. Should've stayed with Jarrell.
This is for the foster children, for the runaways, for the underworld, and the underpaid.
Living in the projects made me digest. Neighbors that played victim and carried on my stress.
The way his voice just came in like that reminded me of some Kendrick Lamar type ish. But I'm really loving, like, if you didn't see these Boo Man documentaries, you really need to go out of your way and check them out. I think they're about 9-10 minutes each. He released 3 different documentaries, but in these documentaries, like, you're being introduced to Baby Keem's entire world, whole bunch of family members, a bunch of experiences. He talks about addiction, having to relocate. It just, you know, makes Keem more multi-dimensional. You know what I mean? And I feel like from the rest of the songs that I've heard on this album, I've already learned a lot more about Baby Keem personally, between the album and the documentaries. But just listening, having watched the documentaries and listening to this song right now, he mentions Connie, his uncle Terrell, I think. These are all characters that are in the documentary. So being able to visualize them and put names to the faces or faces to the names while he's rapping is really dope. And it's something Kendrick has done as well. Other rappers too. I just love when artists do that.
This is for the foster children, for the runaways, for the underworld, and the underpaid.
Living in the projects made me digest. Neighbors that played victim and carried on my stress. They don't call it Sin City for nothing. Either you're jumping off a building cause you're broke or you're fucking. 500 for an escort. She does it all. Walking.
It's the yin and yang of life. He's talking about Las Vegas. Again, fitting in with the whole casino theme. I think the casino theme, he might have mentioned it on the documentary where he's talking about his mom like lost the rent or something, been gambling in a casino, or I could be wrong, but she did spend a lot of time at the casino, and that obviously brought its own set of problems and shit. Completely forgot why.
You're jumping off a building because you're broke.
Yeah, talking about Las Vegas, he says, you either jumping off a building because you're broke, because you lost all your money, or you fucking. It's just like there's no middle ground. You either way up here, you fucking, you having a great time, or you just lost it all and you about to jump off a building and end it all.
So you're fucking. 500 for an escort, she does it all. Walking out the hotel and nothing but draws. My uncle sagging with his prostitute. Words slurring off that absolute. Vodka serving my mother was his attribute. Watch her looking at me and call me out my name. Trauma, thought it was normal but we wasn't strange. I wish we never came to Vegas from Long Beach. On the strip with them demons and they all plotted on me. Everything about that dirty desert took you away. County jails in the morning, promise you that I will. I am not a lyric.
Everything about that dirty dozen took you farther away. Speaking on that relationship with his mom, and he kind of touches on it in the documentary, but I can't remember what songs, but he gets real deep. I think it's towards the end. He gets real deep into talking about his mom. It might be the last joint. Yeah, I think the No Blame. Yeah, it is the No Blame track. He gets real in depth about his relationship with his mom and everything. So, you know, that line definitely hits, talking about everything in that dirty desert took you farther away. Everything that happened, you just slipped further and further away.
County jails in the morning, promise you that I wait. I am not a lyricist, I am just a bastard child, here to experiment. Everything I've written down, just for the temperament. This is me thinking out loud for the conspiracists. Please pardon my sentiment, I am not a lyricist. I'm not here to play off words, truly here for my voice to be heard. And before I go one day, I'll put my life on the verge. Trust.
What a car, a Cadillac, sleeping in the hatchback, overcoming geniuses and serenade. Now you know who to point that $1 billion camera at.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, I have seen a lot of the talk surrounding this track. It's kind of why I decided to check it out, about him sounding like André 3000, and I have heard it a little bit. The most I've heard it is in this little bridge, but I really feel like if it wasn't for people saying that, I might not even be thinking about it. But there's still another minute left.
Driving around, can I recall all day? When the desert calls, I think about you all day. That's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Driving around, can I recall all days? Every time that I'm around, make me say no. That's okay.
Yeah, this just sound like Keem.
That's okay, that's okay. From the strongest made in this life's never mistaken. My greatest achievement is being highly dangerous.
Hey.
Strong. Welcome to Casino. This is the day we all waited on. The contents I possess for the exes that never.
Now I see what people are talking about. That's 3 stacks, bro. This really reminds me of when Tyler, the Creator, dropped Judge Judy. You can't tell me that wasn't Frank Ocean on that joint, bro. Still to this day, I believe that that's Frank Ocean. That is not Tyler, the Creator on the Judge Judy joint. And that's how I'm feeling right here, bro. You can't fool me.
Welcome to Casino. This is the day we all waited on. The contents I possess for the exes that never moved on. Do you understand the foundation that the castle's built on? TV's on the ground, so I can't sit calm. Back when my favorite white boy had a good song. I'm inspired by the ones that inspire beings to build valleys.
This and his cadence on this is really reminding me of Consequence. You know how he used to do like the outros and shit where he would just be talking church, cathedral. Like this cadence is really reminding me of that, but in Andre's voice.
TV's on the ground, so I can't sit calm. Back when my favorite white boy had a good song. I'm inspired by the ones that inspire me to build valleys. All the troops in the dark alleys, patient waiting for the day they can feed. Serving dinner to the dope fiend, and the child eats alone.
3 stacks, put that flute down. Listen, man, I did not realize that my backlight, my nice blue backlight went out about 10 seconds in the recording. So if you just had to look at a boring ass white background, I apologize for that. But as far as this track goes, more of what I've heard on the rest of this Casino track, just vulnerability. And I really appreciate that from Baby Keem. We didn't get a lot of it on the Melodic Blue. We got a decent amount, but I really feel like we didn't really dive into who Keem is and his story and his experiences and all that. But between the Boo Man documentary series and this track and a few other tracks on this album, I feel like I know Baby Keem way more than I did prior to this album. As far as the Andre 3000 comparisons and saying that he sounded like him, I definitely heard that towards the end. I don't think his voice during like the first couple minutes really reflected Andre 3000. I would say maybe his cadence did a little bit. That bridge, 100% Baby Keem. I didn't get any Andre 3000 vibes from that. But regardless, really dope track on its own. That's all I got for today's video. I appreciate you clicking on this one and kicking it with me today. Check out another video popping up right here. And as always, if it's not too dope, then it's probably mids.